Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Our set for today's video, the beer's courtesy of Billy. Thank you so much, Billy. I really appreciate it. I'm actually drinking this on Father's Day and posting it the next day. This is Inside Voice. It's a double barrel-aged barley wine. You can see why I'm picking it. I wanted something special for today. It's 16% ABV. It doesn't say what barrels it is. Like, I don't know if it's like bourbon barrels and they took it out and put it into different bourbon barrels or like rum into bourbon. I have no idea. If I can find it, I will put it in the description box below. Santa Adairius, Rustic Ale, and they're out of Capitola, California. Let's get into it. Barley wine is life. You know that already, right? Actually, I don't know what year. Like, I don't know if this... The more I'm thinking about it, the less I know about this. Know your brewer. That's great. Yeah, I don't know what year this came out or anything. If it's this year or if it's old, I have no idea. I mean, great carbonation, whatever it is. So yeah, it's very dark brown. It's got some red color for sure. I don't know, like the way the lighting is for me, you can see some crimson red down here. Probably about half a finger ahead when I first poured it, a little less now. It's a light mocha kind of caramel color. Not, I mean, somewhat compact bubbles, not too much. More thickness eyeglass in the center, but there's still a skim coat. The legs have the tiniest tint of brown. Not a lot of lacing sticking around. Let's get into the aroma. A lot of dried fruit, brown bread, caramel, molasses, but like dates, figs, raisins. There's sweetness to it. Like when I say dried fruits and caramel and stuff, like that makes it sound really sweet. Like it does smell like it's going to be pretty sweet, but it's not like overly desserty or confectionery either. I wouldn't say I smell alcohol. I more smell spirits, almost like a plum wine thing also. I wouldn't be surprised if bourbon's one of the kind of barrels being used, but let's see about the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Billy. Hope you're doing well. That's really good. Wow. Wow, dude. It's a little sweeter. It's a little sweeter than I was thinking based on the aroma, but it's still not, for me, it's not cloyingly sweet. The dryness of the alcohol helps bring some balance to the sweetness that's there. You do have those like molasses, brown bread notes, some oak. Like the aroma, I wouldn't be surprised if bourbon is one of the barrels being used here, or both. Yeah, I hope I can find, again, description box below if I can figure out and find which what kind of barrels they used. But yeah, it's got the dark fruits. It's got that plum wine thing in the taste. Cherry, but not medicinal, not infected. Super subtle chocolate. Very, 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 very subtle. Everything else I'm talking about is significantly more. It's just one of the things that's there. Pretty complex beer. Definitely more English style barley wine than American barley wine. There's a little almost like a botanical thing. I'm doing the same thing I did in that Willetize video where I'm just like drinking something that's pretty high alcohol. A little too quick, but this is awesome and I just want to make sure I do it justice before I wrap this up. I mean, I'm still not really tasting straight alcohol, which is really impressive for how high the alcohol is in this one. Reminds me a little bit of like, almost like a barrel-aged Sammy Claus, if you've ever had that beer. And again, for me, it's not too sweet, but I love sweet things. Like I can tolerate a lot of sweetness. I don't really think I've ever said like this is too sweet. but it doesn't cross the line into cloying. I mean, if you like English style barley wines aged in barrels, I think you'd really like this. Like, to me, this is a great representation. So, Billy, really appreciate you allowing me the opportunity to try this beer. I hope you're doing well. Hope everyone else is doing well. Have you guys had this beer before? Have you had a double barrel aged barley wine recently? Ever? Different style, double barrel aged? I don't know. Anything, everything. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.